The second quarter of 2024 just started, and you're still aspiring for greatness. I talk about career growth all the time here on YouTube and my blog, but let's talk about some high-level items to take your career to new heights this year. I'm Seth. This is Acquired Salary, the best living through career mastery. In today's short talk, I'm going to go over 6 things you need to stop doing to grow your career. First up, stop winging it. The logical inverse of this point would be to start planning. Having a clear career plan is vital for professional growth. As the old adage goes, fail to plan, plan to fail. This couldn't be more true in today's competitive job market and workforce. You may be asking yourself why. Well, for the millennials and Gen Z that have not given up on building their career, they are incredibly driven, making for formidable competition. To overcome this, it's imperative you do not lose sight of your goals. This is done through a comprehensive career development plan. The plan outlines your short and long-term objectives, and it serves as a roadmap to your dream career. One of the most common pitfalls of someone that is just winging it is only working on low barrier to entry tasks. For instance, applying to online one-click application jobs with a generic resume. If you can do this so fast, so can everyone else. With how many applications jobs like this see nowadays, the chances of you automatically being filtered out by the applicant tracking system, even if you're highly qualified, is pretty high. Not to mention, if you make it past the applicant tracking system, you'll likely be screened out by the recruiter anyway, because the recruiter is proactively contacting the people they want to interview for the role. On to number 2, stop working on autopilot. The logical inverse of this point is to start actively engaging. Active engagement in tasks aligning with your career goals prevents stagnation. I think a great analogy can be found with sports and athletes. Take 2 athletes at the start of a season. One athlete is merely going through the motions during practice, as the other is motivated and actively engaging in practice with conscious effort. Play this out over the season. Which athlete do you think is going to find greater success? The obvious answer is the athlete that is intentional and engaged. Now play this out over not just the season, but multiple years. At this point, I'm sure you get the point. Working on autopilot is a true disservice to your professional growth. Break free from autopilot by actively engaging with your tasks. It's important that you do good, high-quality work in all tasks so you avoid any detractions or negative marks during your annual performance review. But it is especially important to engage in tasks and work that aligns with your career goals. Engaging, when played out over the long run, lets you recognize what works and what doesn't. This is important because it indicates where you have the highest leverage. Over time, you can optimize your days, weeks, and months to where you're working on only the things that truly drive progress. As I have said before, productivity without progress is not productivity at all. Now, before I go on any further on the remaining 4 things you need to stop doing to grow your career in 2024, if you're liking what you're hearing, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone that might benefit from its message. Because it is word-of-mouth referrals like this that help grow Acquired Salary's reach, so we can continue to give you free tools, information, and perspectives you need to master your career. The third thing you need to stop doing to grow your career is to stop avoiding growth. Many of us have heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect, but we don't really acknowledge it when we fall victim to it. Thinking we know it all is a great way to fall behind the times and have a new technology or methodologies pass us by. The logical inverse of avoiding growth is pursuing it. This means you have to be genuine and acknowledge that you have a lot of opportunities to learn. As a matter of fact, AI is one of the biggest opportunities for growth out there right now. So learning how to use the incredible technology is a great way to evolve and grow. It really boils down to the fundamentals that I coach senior leadership teams on. Fundamentally, the best way to know if a candidate is going to be successful is to determine if they have a positive attitude, along with a growth mindset or the ability to learn. Therefore, embracing growth with a growth mindset covers one of the 2 fundamentals that you need to be successful in your career. The 4th thing that you need to stop doing is to stop putting yourself last. When you put yourself and your career last, you succumb to death by 1,000 paper cuts. Sacrificing your needs might seem like the right move to make, but this played out over time turns into burnout. So, the logical inverse of putting yourself last is to put yourself first. Prioritize self-care, both inside and outside of your career. The best way to prioritize self-care in your career is through time blocking. blocking your calendar so you can focus on the individual contributions or stretch projects that drive progress. Outside of your career, it looks like tending to your physical and mental health so you can be fully energized to take on any challenge. For more information on how I prioritize self-care in my career, be sure to check out my system for time management. Akin to point 4, the 5th thing you need to stop doing to grow your career is to stop succumbing to burnout. Remember, time is your most valuable asset. That is why I highly recommend you watch my video on how I manage my time so you can take away any or some tools to better manage yours. Regardless of how you manage your time, time is one thing that everyone on this planet has in common. We all have the same number of hours, minutes, and seconds in a day. And unfortunately, it is limited and non-renewable. If you're not careful, your days become an endless blur of tasks and meetings that leave you overwhelmed and burnt out. Effective time management and setting boundaries can prevent work-related stress. Learn to say no and focus on the highest leverage tasks that align with your goals. Outsource or delegate the ones that don't. On to the 6th and final point. Stop failing to track and publicize your accomplishments. The logical inverse of this is to start advocating for your successes. Documenting and showcasing your achievements can create opportunities for a career advancement. This is because mentors often find those that have a drive and grit to create success. After you start collecting a few pieces of evidence that you can create success, mentors pour into this and accelerate your growth. This is why it's so important to keep a record of your achievements. It is an effective way to showcase your value to organizations. This is especially true when we were told our work would speak for itself. We were lied to. Leaders are preoccupied with solving the big picture problems. They don't have the time to dive into the weeds and recognize your accomplishments. That's why it is so important to create a professional portfolio that highlights your accomplishments, competencies, and skills. This becomes the tangible proof of your capabilities to support your case for a promotion or merit-based raise. Overcoming these self-imposed barriers can significantly enhance your career growth. It's about being proactive, adaptable, and open-minded. Remember, the path to career success isn't about doing more, it's about doing less of what is holding you back. Start today, stop these 6 things, and propel your career forward in 2024 and beyond. What do you think? Please share your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. And if you've made it this far, you may as well like the episode and share it on social media. If you subscribe to the channel, you won't miss out on any future videos to help you master your career. If the concepts in this video make sense to you, but they are too abstract and you need help with the specific application, join the Acquired Salary community using the first link in the description below, and we can schedule a consultation to go over how to apply these specific concepts to your situation. Until next time, thank you.